Happy holidays. Okay, don't think, Jacqueline, what are you talking about? It's still warm outside. I know, but guess what? We want to get you uber prepared for this holiday season because what we want is that you can get consistent sales, right? Have steady growth and keep growing your business beyond always having to offer a discount during the holiday season to drive sales. So, if you want to get prepared while it's still warm outside, you can jump in and grab 101 content ideas beyond the holiday discount. And it is a bundle of content prompts, tools, hashtags, and templates. And it includes a 3-month calendar with things to say every single day from October to December. It is so helpful. So go out, enjoy the sunshine, and feel uber prepared for the holiday season when you grab yours now. Just head to holidaycontentideas.com.
Welcome to the Product Boss Podcast, where we help product-based businesses grow their sales and improve their strategies.
Hey everyone, I want to introduce you to my co-host and biz bestie, Mina Kunlo-Sita, an Amazon guru that has built a multi-6-figure product-based business.
And introducing the other half of the Product Boss, Jacqueline Snyder. She has helped launch and grow over 500 fashion apparel and accessory brands, even one of her own.
And together, we share our inventory of secret weapons that will help you dig deep and do the work it takes.
Are you ready? Let's build together.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Product Boss Podcast. I'm your host, Jacqueline Snyder, with my wellness consuming co-host, Mina Kunlo-Sita.
I thought you were going to say healthy, but then that you were stopping because I'm not that healthy.
No, I think you are. And I also didn't know how I was going to intro you. So there it is.
Yeah. Nobody does. Okay.
Including me.
So this one's going to be a good episode because I think that it is going to be a fun, let's play around with this idea sort of trend alert episode.
Mm-hmm. So Mina discovered this report/article written by McKenzie. And it's talking all about consumer behavior. And as they say, there's a rise in consumer interest and purchasing power. There's opportunities across markets, right? And so one of the things that they're seeing is the concept of wellness. So the idea of how consumers are paying for wellness across categories.
And, when you're thinking about the wellness market, they've said it's $1.5 trillion, right? So we're seeing $1.5 trillion go into wellness. But what does wellness mean? And so I thought that this was be kind of like a fun activity because as we think about, wellness and how customers and consumers are paying for that now, it gives you an idea of, as a business owner, how you can relay that same sort of value. We've been talking about perception of value a lot, and this is really something that you can tap into as the trend of wellness gets to be more and more prevalent and prioritized.
So here's the thing, right? I want to first start off with you and I kind of brainstorming back and forth. Before we kind of get into the article and the points, is what do you consider wellness and what do I consider wellness? So
okay, cool.
So, because this might be cool, like where we're going with this. So this might be a thing where, those of you out there are thinking about your business and products and you're like, not wellness. So for me, wellness is, anything health related, I believe. So I would go to like vitamins, food, supplements, organic things that I would consume. Probably for me, wellness would be activity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like yoga balls, things that go with doing activities. And probably wellness would be self-care. Those would be my 3 categories that I would see wellness as.
Yeah, I think very similar. I see wellness and health really tied together. So for me, it's like more like mental, spiritual, and physical health. So, the things that you put into your body, but also the routines that you're on. So, are you creating movement every day? What time are you going to bed? What are you doing when you wake up? What are you consuming as far as like the food, the fuel, quote unquote fuel, the vitamins, the water, the experiences, and then mental health part of that, like what are you paying for in order to get your head right? Not right, but in a way that you can love your life. I hate using the word right. I'm like, edit that out, but not really, that if you're paying for therapy, if you're paying for books, if you're paying for apps that are soothing you, that sort of thing. For physical health, with us, like we have saunas, for example, and we have, the right running shoes, let's say, or in our case, like slow walking shoes,
Slow walking
comfortable shoes.
Shoes for non-activity.
But, like what is it going to take to get our 10,000 steps a day, for example. So for us, the things that we're buying to track those things, like the Oura Ring, the my Apple Watch, my headphones, because I like to be listening to music, all those different things. So those are the categories and the things I think about when I think about wellness.
So I think between the two of us, we probably covered this. So McKenzie and Co, and we will link to this article in the show notes, but they said today's consumer views wellness across 6 dimensions. The first one is
dimensions. Okay.
Better health. So this extends beyond medicine and supplements to include medical devices, telemedicine, and remote healthcare services, as well as personal health trackers, AKA the Apple Watch, right? I think eventually they're going to come out with mattresses with certain things that track. People have talked about apparel that would have, activity devices put into it. So anything that you think, it extends beyond medicine and supplements and includes medical devices. Oh, I was just thinking about this morning. I bought a product that I'd wear on my back that would like beat me if I slouch. I never put it on.
I mean, that sounds like anti-health. Let's go through the categories first, and then we'll go into each one. So the 6, it says, today's consumer views wellness across 6 dimensions. So Jacqueline mentioned the first one, which was better health. So it's better health, better fitness, better nutrition, better appearance, better sleep, and better mindfulness. So according to McKenzie & Company, that is what people are paying for right now and willing to pay whatever amount they need to in order to obtain these wellness, things into their life. So better health, better fitness, better nutrition, better appearance, better sleep, and better mindfulness. So we can jump right into those. Better health, like Jacqueline was saying, is like personal health tracking, just beyond supplements, where it's like telemedicine, remote healthcare. I would imagine that this is the one that we see as typical health.
Yeah, but let's talk about some of our product bosses that might fit into these categories. So I would say they're in our mastermind. They're students in multi-stream machine, but McKenzie Co. So they created pacifiers to mimic the breast for breastfed babies. So they're better pacifiers for breastfed babies. So that is somewhere where you can lean into wellness, right? Better health. And that's taking a product and thinking, okay, this, again, it extends beyond medicine and supplements, but it's something that can be used for better health.
Yeah.
So then the next one says better health. The next one is better fitness. Again, something that for wellness, we would all kind of say. So it says better fitness was steadily increasing over time before experiencing some upheaval over the past year, with many consumers struggling to maintain pre-COVID fitness levels. So what are things that, from a fitness perspective, that came out, products that came out, let's say, that really did really well during lockdowns and the pandemic?
Well, what's that machine that you have?
The Tonal.
Yeah, Tonal. Also Peloton,
the Mirror, right? So if you think about these at-home devices that were wellness oriented that people had, but the other people that thrived and survived through all this was people who created, yoga blocks. Like we work with someone who does bed of nails, exercise bands. Just if you think about things that will help with better fitness, also virtual trainings. Like we have somebody it's Pilates nerd, and she teaches Pilates online. Plus she has apparel that goes with it. Right. So that was better fitness. So you can think about, we know people who do equestrian apparel, or they just, it's a theme in their shirts. So anything like that, where it's about fitness or activity, being better at it, you can still make a t-shirt line that's around a fitness or activity or athletic type situation, and create products around sports, for example.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be riding pants. It could be a shirt that talks about riding horses.
Yeah. And I think if we can go through these and kind of, because we all have our own specific products, it's not about coming out with the right products. It's about marketing to this trend that is going to be more valuable in consumers' eyes, that they're willing to pay for. So whether or not you fit into any of these, you can certainly market to them, right?
Mhm.
So the next one was better nutrition. So this one is just being healthier and making things taste a lot better. So for example, I was giving the example before of Bridget, who's in our mastermind. She does Gut Personal, but what is her supplement brand called?
Gut Personal.
Is it Gut Personal? Okay. For some reason, I thought it was something else. She sells magnesium, and she sells magnesium while it does have its benefits of helping you sleep. And I actually don't know all the benefits. It also tastes better, right? So she's really marketing the fact that there's magnesium out there, but this one actually rates higher for the taste of it. Because
So
Mhm.
her company is called Gut Personal. It's called Gut Health Supplements. All right. And then there's products across the board. So there's the magnesium, like Mina said, but there's a whole bunch of supplements, which are prebiotic, probiotics. It's all about the gut and how to heal. So there's the magnesium, like Mina said, that tastes good.
Yeah. And she's going off of the taste of, that, while there you can have magnesium in a pill, because that was one of the questions that she was getting. Can I just take a supplement? And she's like, yeah, but a lot of people, they can ingest this. It's a powder that you stir into water, and it works in your body, and you can use it as part of your night practice or whatever. And it tastes really delicious, so it's like an experience.
So she also has this new product that she just released, which is called the Rescue. And during the spring season, it's the worst pollen count ever.
Oh, it's record high pollen.
Yeah, like plumes of pollen. And so this is such a relevant product, right? For a alternative way to she calls it seasonal respiratory support. So again, is it that you're all coming out with ingestibles with nutrition? No, but if you are, let's just go the other side. Okay, let's just go to cookies, because we love to talk cookies over here, because all of you know Suzanne at Three Best Bakery. Now, no, Suzanne can't necessarily market this and say, my cookies are good for you in terms of nutrition, but she could go to the wellness component of treat yourself. It could go to mental health. It could be like when things are hard, you might need a cookie.
Yeah.
Right. So you can
every
still
week, you definitely need a cookie every day,
So we can do both, right? We can order gut health from Gut Personal, nutritional supplements, and we can also think about nutrition. And when we talk about better nutrition, it could also be, we use whole ingredients. We never use cornstarch, or we're a fresh company, like a fresh baked cookie company, or also Dallas Caramel Co. That's Rain, and Rain is in our mastermind, Dallas Caramel Co. I say caramel. I usually say caramel, but she corrected me to caramel. Rain created her caramel company because she ate so much caramel that she was damaging her teeth.
Yeah.
With hard caramel. And her dentist told her, you can no longer eat these candies. And what was Rain's solution? Well, then I'm just going to start a
different caramel.
A soft chew caramel. So that's better nutrition. Hey, you love candy.
Yeah,
hey, you love caramel.
I don't know about nutrition, right? Because it might just be as much sugar. It's a different format. But the thing is, it brings out the same amount of joy. So when you're thinking about wellness, right, it doesn't have to be, don't feel like you have to create a healthier version. Remember, this is still the marketing of something.
For hers, it's like soft, doesn't hurt your teeth.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. No preservatives.
Yeah.
So when you're going to talk about wellness and nutrition and stuff like that, you might be like, this is no preservatives versus the big guys using all the preservatives. So just you're thinking through wellness as a whole and what your customer might be looking at, that you can still spin it back to wellness in some sort of way.
Yeah. But let's go back to the cookie example, because what if the cookies are not healthy, or they're not made with preservative-free things or all those different things? Yeah. The spin on it, or the marketing angle at that point, could be that it's because you deserve a cookie. You simply deserve a cookie.
When life gets hard, you deserve a cookie.
When life gets hard, send a cookie, eat a cookie. And so that's a different
spin. Shove the cookies down your kid's mouth.
Right? So it's not health per se, but it is, because we all need that bit of joy in our lives. And joy is, if anything, health. Not health, wellness. It's wellness. So really thinking about whatever product you have. So the other ones, for example, when we go into better appearance, better sleep, better mindfulness, you can bucket whatever marketing thing into there. So better sleep, for example, we have Haley of Solistic Root. She sells aromatherapy. Now, a lot of people sell aromatherapy, but her thing that she talks about could be that it promotes better sleep or better relaxation, or that she actually has a shower spray. So, when you're having your alone time in the shower before you go to bed, let yourself escape into this, serene, peaceful state. Use the shower spray, right? So whatever product you have, this happens to be on consumers' minds. How could you address what's on their minds?
So
if
better
it's
sleep.
a candle,
Yeah, better sleep could be a nighttime routine with a candle. Better
Right.
sleep could be pajamas that are soft and supple, that don't bug you, right? You can spin your products to things that are around these wellness topics, that their pajamas are a pajama, but can it create better sleep?
Yeah.
It could. Because you feel like you're at ease, like the softness of the material, whatever it is. We're talking about get better sleep by looking pretty. Hey, Product Boss. Okay, this is for you. The other day, we got a message from Lolly asking us if we had a referral for a great inventory management software to help track raw goods and on-hand products that were ready to sell. And you know what we told Lolly? We sure do. Not only do we have a resource for inventory management software, but we have over 308 other business tools and resources that will help you effectively run your product-based business. Now, this ranges from packaging and printing supplies, affiliate management, website and email software, legal resources, video and photo tools, and so much more. You will have everything you need to grow your dream product business today and at no cost to you. Yep, this is totally free, and you can download the Product Boss Ultimate Resource Guide right now by heading to theproductboss.com/resource guide. Again, that's theproductboss.com/resource guide. Now, back to the show.
Let's play around with this a little bit with ones that are non-typical that we can get
So I wanted to
creative
do
on.
better appearance because I think this would be...
Yeah.
So one of them is better appearance. And a lot of times we think better appearance comes to beauty products, right? So like no wrinkles, like thinking about actual beauty, or it could be apparel, right? It could be like better wellness apparel. So Lululemon blew up with yoga clothes specifically. People are looking for apparel and they're looking for skincare. But how could we take better appearance and relate it to something like jewelry? Or hair bands or hair clips or anything that somebody would wear physically, even a purse that could be better appearance.
Yeah. So for example, we have Brooke of Be Happy in our mastermind. She sells knitted hats, and she sells also like baseball type hats. What are those called? Baseball hats? Are they not called that? Like those slingback ones?
Aren't they called baseball hats?
I think caps. I would say
baseball caps.
Yeah.
Sure.
So she sells those, but perhaps it's the morning walk, or it's the, when it's still raining, or to get your 10,000 steps in, that sort of thing.
Or sun protection.
Sun protection. That's right. What if it's Dome Doc that is also in our mastermind, that it's like, okay, you want to get that activity in. It's not a wellness product, but how can you use that marketing angle of trend alert? So many people, they are prioritizing purchasing because of the wellness they want in their life. So
it could
if you
be
have
like
Dome Doc,
Yeah. So Dome Doc could be something, sorry, this is where like marketing brains turn on, but it could be, okay. And then they could have like a whole reel where hats are being stacked, and it shows like hat for walking, hat for baseball, hat for tennis. Like, people have different hats assigned to different activities that they do. So it could be along the idea of wellness, right? And it's sun protection. And also we said better, what was the other one? Better fitness. So that could be fitness and appearance put into one, and relating this product to the concept of wellness.
Let's try this one. This one's a tougher one. Okay. So we have two masterminders that sell fabric. We have Lindsay of, oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Lindsay of Fabric Snob, and then Allison of Mad About Patchwork, both out of Canada, interestingly enough. So how could they spin wellness, or how could they spin fabric for wellness? What do you think?
So we also have Ellen of Ellen Hudson Designs, which she also sells crafting type materials. So fabrics and crafting. So you could do wellness around take care of yourself, relax.
Oh, I love that you brought up Ellen because her tagline is literally creativity heals,
Mm.
right? And so them, having the fabric, perusing the fabric, buying certain things, perhaps making the quilt, it is something that they do innately. And that's how they express themselves in the world too, is through crafting. So love that. That is a
Meditation through
wellness tab.
creativity,
Yes, love
right?
it.
So
Mhm.
you can think about that. And that's why so many of these companies did really well during the pandemic, because people were home and they were looking for something to do. Now, the other way fabric companies can go is like, getting your creativity out there, giving you something to do. It could be about making clothes that feel better, or
Mhm.
blankets to cuddle with. You can still kind of go off of this idea of taking what you sell. Now, we're not telling, Fabric Snob to go and change all of her stuff and say, hey, now we're a wellness company.
Yeah,
But there
no,
could
no.
be angles in your marketing that could speak to people where they're at, which the wellness market is the thing that's really massively growing.
Yeah. It's just like we have Lindley who does like storied folk, and then we have Rosebud Tico. They do t-shirts, right? And so you oftentimes see businesses like theirs, Carrie Joe is Rosebud's tees, that they are ahead of the trends because they know what are on people's minds, and so it's usually like they'll put like things on t-shirts that are, trending or whatever it is. And then it's, they're coming out with products or different sayings and everything like that. But that could simply be a marketing campaign too, a marketing angle, like what we're saying. You don't have to go and reinvent the wheel. We're just playing around with some creative ideas to get in the forefront of what consumers have on their minds. So this is just a fun exercise for you to think, how can I really think about my own product and apply it towards what is happening in the marketplace?
So the last one that we haven't talked about yet, but we kind of touched on, is better mindfulness. So mindfulness, the idea of people dealing with stress and anxiety, and there's apps that I've been a part of forever, like Headspace, for example, has been something I've been a part of since the very beginning, where it was just Andy on there.
I'm not a part of Headspace. I'm a part of Calm,
which is another big one.
Mm-hmm.
And so this article says half of the consumers said they wish that more mindfulness products and services were available, indicating an opportunity for companies.
Yeah.
And that's the same in sleep. I will tell you that sleep is going to be the new health term, and mindfulness. Now, we can get to mindfulness in another way too. So just some other examples. So we have Amy, who has a gift store and flower shop. She's in our mastermind. And it's Yours Truly Gift and Flower. Now, Amy can speak to mindfulness in a couple ways. Amy could potentially do subscription to flowers to like to brighten your day, right? Amy could have some sort of I'm not saying that Amy's going to start selling bonsai trees, but back in the 80s, in my day, people used to sit around and trim bonsai trees as a way of meditation and calm.
Plants are making a big movement now too, gardening and plants, because people now, how people always have said fur babies, now they're calling themselves plant moms, And
I think I have a garden mama shirt.
Yeah, there has been a big rise in people literally being addicted to accumulating plants, and, that being a part of their mindfulness and the greenery that's around them, which is psychologically and physiologically proven that if you have plants around you, you have better health, So some other examples would be like Nancy of Copper Hummingbird, Rachel of Altitude Jewelry. So Nancy has hummingbird feeders that prevent bees from being attracted to it. And so you get these beautiful hummingbirds that come to you. She was a zookeeper and now she sells hummingbird feeders. Rachel with Altitude Jewelry, she lives out in Colorado. I can't remember the exact name. She probably doesn't want me to remember, to be honest. She's like, it's the most serene place. I don't want anybody moving here. But people travel there and they get to be part of the most beautiful place in Colorado, and they buy jewelry at her storefront that reminds them of that experience, the beautiful snow-capped, mountains in the background, as well as the creeks and the rivers that, have natural rock and all this, beauty that hasn't been ruined. So, that is a reminder of that. And that's Altitude Jewelry.
So here's the thing, okay? And there's so many other masterminders we haven't mentioned on this episode specifically, but what I think is important is that if you can't fit your business into one of these topics of wellness, right? You're like, maybe a bunch of light bulbs went off for you right now. Where you're like, oh yeah, I could talk about this. Again, we're not turning you into a wellness company, but the idea of knowing that wellness to consumers is important. And you could do spins on it. There could be times where part of your promotions are according to wellness or speaking to pain points. But for those of you out there that are like, I don't really fit into this, the other way of thinking about wellness is making things just easier. So saying to somebody, I know you're stressed. I know the world can be busy and hectic. Let me take care of you. I'll get that to you in 2 days, right? Customer service is like a top. Make it really easy for them to check out. Make it really easy for them to pay attention, because the other friction point for people, and knowing that wellness is such a big move, it's a big trend alert, right? Because why? Because there's a lot of issues happening right now in the world that are affecting people's mental states as well as physical. We just came out of a global pandemic.
Yeah.
Killed millions of people.
It's not only decision fatigue, it's legit physical fatigue.
Yeah. All the things, right? So if you can't fit into wellness, you can create ease and create a way that when they buy from you, they feel better.
Yeah.
So think about the way in the customer service, in the representation of the brand, and the way you position it, be like easy returns, no hassle returns, easy ordering. Like use words that are like, oh, thank you, because other things feel so hard, but ordering from you is not.
Yeah.
And
I mean, same with, I want to bring up a couple more because hearing you talk about the masterminders, we have Fusion by Design collars. Danielle, she fights us tooth and nail on this. She believes that she knows for sure that people love her custom dog collars. These are premium dog collars, right? Beautiful. And they have Swarovski crystals. And it's leather.
You know, we get paid to speak for a living and we can barely do it.
Yeah, this is not a good representation
of our words.
Of us thinking about words. And she does leather craft colors. And where was I going here? Oh my gosh. Okay. And she really, really wants people to come and order what feels special to them. But the thing is that it's really hard to come up with what color I want as a dog owner, especially when I have a choice of crystals and a choice of leather.
Custom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So her making the ease, like what Jacqueline was talking about, of here is what something looks like. Do you want this? Right? And so then they have the ability to get that premium collar with whatever they want and it to feel really special, but it feels easier and it's contributing to their life and their dog's life. Another example of this is Vanna Chup. Vanna Chup Studio, right? She does these beautiful cameo style. Is it cameo? No, It's not cameo. Silhouette. That's the word. Oh, wow. The words are big struggle bus today. So Vanna Chup Studio sells silhouette style necklaces where you do the silhouette of your children, as well as like different custom necklaces and different portraits that you can have in your home. So beautiful, stunning, right? But the friction point for a lot of our customers is that how do I get my child's silhouette on there? Or what type of customization do I want? Do I want their silhouette? Do I want their initials? Do I want, all these different things? So people tend to buy what they see. So are there ways that she can, power of suggestion, have a marketing angle where she shows them how the decision could be easier and it contributes to maybe perhaps this wellness part of it where it's what's the beauty one? Better appearance, right? The appearance of being surrounded in their house of things that reminded them of better mindfulness, being a better mom, whatever it ends up being. But she made it really easy for them, for example. So I know that was a little bit of a stretch and a hard following along on my pronunciation journey there. But that's really what we want you to get to start to think about is how can you make it easier for them? And that is a way of showcasing how you can make better mindfulness and better health in their life as well.
Yeah, because remember, People are looking for ways to improve their wellness, to improve their state of being. Now, whether your product fits in perfectly in each of these categories, like I make a health tracker, or I create supplements, or I do skincare that gets rid of wrinkles, right? Those are the ones that, and if that is you, this is your time. So lean in.
Yeah.
Okay. And if it's not you, we're not saying shut down the jewelry business and start a wellness company. That is not what we're saying. But you can look at this trend and say, okay, what are people going to be concerned with? What are their things that they're going to be looking for? And can my business or product fit into that in any sort of way, in any sort of marketing or messaging? Then cut to, also, if you're like, I really can't come up with it, I don't know, then think about your marketing efforts and saying like, hey, you were busy, friend. Hey, mama, I know you're making all the decisions for the whole household. Let us make it easier for you. This is how we're going to make it easier for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be grateful because they're going to be seen and heard and feel like, oh, you get me. Yeah. And that is part of this whole idea of wellness and people in search of taking better care of themselves and trying to live their lives in a time that just has felt really hard. And so that's why that's a trend. We want you to keep that in mind. If you have ideas, go ahead and share those with us over on Instagram. You can DM us.
Yeah, absolutely. This was not an episode to be like trend alert. We want you to jump on all the trends. This is to show you that people are willing to pay for the things that they value. What do they value right now? They value wellness. Right. And so instead of a price war, or instead of a race to the bottom, they will pay whatever amount of money or initial purchases because they value certain things, right? They're paying for value. So what do they value right now? Most people, according to McKenzie and the entire world, they value wellness.
The whole world called us.
Yes. We got on the line. We're telling you right now, trend alert.
Trend alert.
People are willing to pay for it.
All right, friends, I hope that helps. Make sure to send us a DM over on Instagram. And if you want to help us grow our TikTok following, follow the Product Boss Podcast on TikTok. I got to ask. If you don't ask, they're never going to know we exist.
Yes. At the Product Boss Podcast on TikTok, at the Product Boss on Instagram. Follow us. Let us know what you thought of this episode.
And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel too, if you know where to find it.
Good luck. Good luck. But either way, let us know if you like this episode, and make sure that you subscribe on the podcast as well, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen.
Oh, for making all the asks.
Yeah.
And if you leave us a review, it really helps us be discovered out there by more people. So if you find this helpful, leave us a positive review. If you don't find it helpful, just send us a message.
Just wait till tomorrow when you're feeling better, and then leave a review.
Hope you had as much fun as us. Talk to y'all later.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for being here and listening all the way through the Product Boss Podcast. If you love our show and it has helped you in any way in your business, would you mind doing 2 things for us? Subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode, and leave us a review. Reviews help other product entrepreneurs know that this is the place to be to grow their businesses and realize that they're not alone. And we know that you all know that a 5-star and honest review helps you sell more products to more people. So you know that your reviews help us reach more listeners around the world. Remember, what we give is what we receive, and we are all about helping each other in the Product Boss community. We are all in this together. We would be so appreciative of you if you could take the time right now to subscribe, leave a review, and even share this episode on social or someone you know so we can impact more lives. And remember, subscribing means that you will get notified each time we release a new episode so you never miss a thing. You have helped us grow and climb into the top 10 of all marketing podcasts, and together we can keep climbing. Thank you, friends. And remember, there is room at the top for all of us. This episode is brought to you by the Shop 1 in 5 Pledge and Small Business Shopping Directory. It's a commitment to make 1 in 5 of your purchases from a small business online or offline. So head to shop1in5.com to take the pledge. And friend, while you are there, check out and shop from hundreds of small businesses in the Small Business Shopping Directory. It's the go-to directory to discover, support, and shop small businesses all in one place. Head to shop1in5.com.